Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going through Luke chapter 9. It starts with Jesus, and he gives his disciples the full authority to cast out devils and to cure the ill. He sends them out 2 by 2 on short missions to get them ready for after he has ascended. He tells them to take nothing with them. They do go and do good works everywhere. Herod hears rumors of Jesus and asks who he is, but no one seems to have the right info about Jesus. They keep saying that he's a prophet. The 12 reunite with Jesus, and he takes them to a desert place to rest. He's joined by a crowd, and there they work to cure and to pray with multiple people. The disciples ask Jesus at the end of the day to bid them a good night so that they may get rest and to eat. Jesus says that they should feed them. He takes the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish of the disciples and prays over it, breaks the bread, and gives God's blessing, and they are able to feed 5,000 men, along with having 12 baskets left over. This miracle is proof that we must trust God with what even seems impossible. We must use our resources to meet the needs of others, and God will surely help us with those needs. This act also further discloses Jesus' deity to his disciples. Jesus and his disciples then set forth. He asked his disciples, "Who do people say that he is?" His disciples answered with John the Baptist, Elijah, or an old prophet. Jesus then asked his disciples, "Who do they say that he is?" And Peter says, "The Christ of God." Peter can clearly see the divinity. He's more than a prophet. Jesus says to tell no one what they know, and then foreshadows the events that must transpire, saying, "Whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it." That some standing there will not taste of death because of the kingdom of God. Eight days later, Jesus takes James, John, and Peter to pray on a mountain. There they see the transfiguration of Christ as he speaks with Moses and Elijah. Peter doesn't know what to say, so he offers to make 3 tabernacles, but the cloud that overcomes them and says, "This is my son, hear him," causes the offer to drift away. The voice speaks directly to the disciples here. They find Jesus alone once the cloud clears, and they tell no one. The next day, Jesus is approached by a man whose son needs healing, and the disciples could not cast out the devil. Jesus is mad and says, "O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you and suffer you?" He heals the child, and all are amazed at the mighty power of God. Jesus then says to his disciples, "Let these sayings sink down into your ears. The Son of Man shall be delivered into the hands of men." The disciples don't fully understand this and are too scared to ask him. Jesus then takes the child and sets him near and says, "Whoever receives this child receives me, and the least of all will be the greatest." Jesus continues and says to let the man that is casting out devils in his name to continue to do his work. Okay, everybody, that's the end of Luke 9. We have seen these events transpire before, both in Mark and in Matthew. If you have any questions about the text that we've read today, please comment down below and we'll get through it together. If you have any prayer requests, please also comment those down below and we'll make sure to pray for you. Thank you very much for stopping by and going through this reading with me. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time for Luke chapter 10. Bye.